What's up, Kid Too Technical? I'm back again with another video. Today we're gonna do iPhone 13 Pro Max versus the Galaxy Z Fold 3. So I'm just gonna break down some things about each device and let you know which one I like more. So first thing we're gonna do is the design of both of the devices. So as you can see here, I have my iPhone 13 Pro Max. This is what the iPhone 13 Pro Max looks like, the design of the device. It looks nice. It has that matte back. So this is what the iPhone 13 looks like, the design of it. It looks real nice, looks luxurious. And now I'm gonna pick up my Z Fold 3. This is what the design of the Z Fold 3 looks like. It also has that matte back. What it looks like. It looks nice too, but for this round I'm gonna have to give it to my iPhone 13 Pro Max. It looks a lot more polished and feels like a piece of jewelry more than the 13 Pro Max. The 13 Pro Max looks better to me than the Z Fold 3, so that's just my opinion. So the next thing we're going to talk about would have to be the battery life. Even though you already know who's winning. The iPhone 13 Pro Max has a way better battery life than the Z Fold 3. Yes, I know the Z Fold 3 is new to the game and it has two displays basically, but I still feel like Samsung could have did a better job with the battery, especially when they are charging $1,700 for the device. But I will say Apple did a great job when they made this have a bigger battery, because this battery life is lasting me all day. I'm really loving it, so I'm gonna have to give it to iPhone for battery life. Even though I would love to give it to Android, I can't, because of the simple fact that I'm using the Z Fold 3. Now maybe if I was using a different Android device, then they would win, but iPhone 13 Pro Max battery life is the champ here. So the next thing we're going to get into would have to be the features. So which device packs more features or better features? So in this round, Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 wins all the way. It has a lot more things you can do on it. You can do a lot more customizations. You have multi-window mode. Of course, you cannot do that on the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and if you can, it's not as good as it is on the Z Fold 3. And what makes it even better on the Z Fold 3 is because it is a folding device. So you could have the regular phone screen here, and then you could come over here and have your multi-windows, and it'll be a lot better because you have a bigger display. So for features, I'm going to have to give it to the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. Android know what they're doing when it comes to multitasking. So the next category would have to be the display. Which device has a great display? So iPhone 13 Pro Max has an OLED display. Looks really nice. Colors are very vibrant, and they look very good and clean. But as you know, Samsung always has nicer displays, in my opinion, because this is a Super AMOLED display. Colors look even more better on the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. So I would have to say Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 would have to take it when it comes to the display. So now the next category would have to be the cameras. So which of these devices have the better cameras? I'm going to have to give it to the iPhone 13 Pro Max, because the Z Fold 3 has okay cameras, but these cameras need a lot more work. Like I said, when you're paying $1,700 for a phone, you need everything to be spot on. I'm not saying everything is just perfect with the iPhone 13 Pro Max, but these cameras on iPhone 13 Pro Max are a lot better than the cameras on the Z Fold 3 in my opinion. So I have to go with the iPhone 13 Pro Max for cameras. So this next category will be the durability. So which device do you think would last longer using durability wise? I'm gonna have to go with the iPhone 13 Pro Max once again, only because this is one solid device. All I have to do is stick a case on here and I'm okay. But the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 is also nice, but look, it's a lot more going on with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. It's a phone, plus it unfolds into like a mini tablet. And I feel like this could probably break on me very easily than my iPhone 13 Pro Max. So for durability, would have to be the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Don't take any of this personal. This is just what I think. And these are just my thoughts. So the next and final category would have to be who has the better ecosystem. So let's get right into it. So as you can see, I have my Z Fold 3, I have a Galaxy Watch, Galaxy Buds Pro, and I also have a Samsung Tab S6 to go with my Z Fold 3. Okay, so iPhone 13 Pro Max, I have the Apple Watch SE, AirPods Pro, and I also have the 2021 M1 iPad 11-inch right here. So if I would have to pick one for ecosystem, of course I'm going with iPhone, because iPhone's ecosystem just works good. Samsung does have their own little ecosystem going on, but I feel like they still need to do a little bit more work to get it even better. Of course, you have nearby share on your Samsung devices and Android devices, and on the iPhones you have AirDrop, which to me AirDrop works a lot more smoother and better than nearby share. So I would have to give it to the iPhone 13 Pro Max with better ecosystem, because it just works. You have the iPad, you have your phone, your watch, your earbud, your AirPods Pro, you have your laptop, your computer, you have your laptop, your MacBook, so on and so on. Like I said, Samsung has, they have a laptop, but they do not have a desktop computer, and their stuff can be a little iffy at times. So the winner of this category would have to be the iPhone 13 Pro Max. So I hope you enjoyed this video. In the comment section below, let me know if you agree on who won, and if you don't, let me know who you would pick. So just rate, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube tech channel. I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out.